Noor's instructors saw this uncommon idealism as a distraction, another obstacle for a woman already unprepared for the true reality of warfare.
These were male instructors who were used to teaching male recruits, and all of a sudden they'd been asked to train women, and some of them were very reticent about doing that.
But her skill on the radio was unquestioned. SOE radio operators were desperately needed in France. Their average survival time was only 6 weeks before the Nazi tracking trucks hunted them down.
This was the most important role and the most difficult one to master. So their training was much more extensive than those that were going in as couriers or organisers, for example.
While Noor excelled at operating the radio, she often lost focus when coding and uncoding the wireless messages. Seizing on this weakness, her instructors recommended against making Noor an agent of the SOE, ignoring her skills, discounting her years of training, and attempting to end her career before it even began. Noor's damaging training reports were sent to London. The head of SOE France was Maurice Buckmaster.
Maurice Buckmaster was, it seems to me, a very unlikely character who'd been part of the Ford Motor Company in Paris. So he knew his way around Paris. He was fluent in French.
Buckmaster was enraged at Noor's evaluation. He needed every radio operator available.
Get me Marx.
Leo Marx was the head of communications at SOE, the chief cryptologist, and a genius of codes and secret messages. He was only 22 at the time.
He was essentially given the entire task of figuring out which codes to use, how to train agents to use them, and how to train an army of cipher clerks in how to decrypt those codes. And that was a big task for somebody who was essentially the age of a college student. And his skill was that he could communicate with agents and teach them how to use these codes.
Sir, come in, Marx. I want you to look into the background of this trainee.
For Buckmaster, Marx was Noor's last, best hope. The only way she could overturn the rejection was to pass Marx's final review. For some reason, Noor struggled with her coding, and Marx would have to find out why.
Noor Inayat Khan.
Figure this girl out. Dig into it.
They've already rejected her?
Yes, and they went over my head to do it. It's nonsense. So, do whatever it takes, Marx. And make sure she passes that final coding briefing with you as well. We need this one.
I'll take care of it, sir. You can count on me.
The file Marx was given contained all her training evaluations, as well as a biography, written in her own hand during the recruitment process. Marx set out to solve the mystery of Noor Inayat Khan.
The instructor is clearly biased, perhaps because she's Indian. And of all things, he said she refuses to lie. How can you be an agent if you refuse to lie to the Germans? Who is this girl?
Marx first looked into Noor's father, Hazrat Inayat Khan. He was a Muslim, born in India, a descendant of the famous Indian ruler, Tipu Sultan. He was also a teacher of Sufism, called to share the Sufi message, a message that would one day have a profound impact on Noor as well.
Sufis are Muslims, first and foremost. And Sufis can be Sunni, they can be Shia, they can be from any theological or any school of religious law. They are engaged in practices that might be different from the obligatory practices required of all Muslims, whether they're singing or chanting or praying or the recitation of God's names, God's beautiful names. All of these practices are part of this tradition, but the Sufi tradition sees itself as deeply rooted in the foundational sources of Islam, the Quran and the Prophet Muhammad. And there was a great focus on music. So music as a path to God, music as a way of self-discovery, and music as a way to actually take this message and give it to the people.
This clip is from our film Enemy of the Reich. To watch the full film, check the description for details, and please support our work by subscribing.